Right, it is recording. I've lost 2 videos today, although I do have one video of myself swearing, using really quite nasty expletives. I might delete that one. I was trying to explain this is now the 3rd time, what Lebensborn was, because I imagine a lot of people don't know. I didn't used to know until I researched World War II Nazis and my father's background. Okay, let's try again. The ideology behind Lebensborn was to produce as many Aryan children as possible. They should be blonde, they should be blue-eyed. Young girls from Hitler Youth were willing. They'd been brainwashed into being willing. They saw it as their patriotic duty to produce a baby for Hitler. So you had young girls, 15, maybe less, maybe more, in brothels. The soldiers receiving their patriotic reward by using the brothels and fathering the children, and the girls doing their patriotic duty by bearing the children. I've spoken then about the willing girls from Hitler Youth, brainwashed but technically willing. A lot of girls were imported from surrounding countries, Poland among others, blonde, blue-eyed. That's all that mattered. They were not willing, but there they were in the brothels anyway, producing babies. One of the nastiest footnotes to that, apart from Lebensborn babies being distributed to Germanic families post-war, good Germanic families. Apart from that, those children who would never know their backgrounds, as the Nazis fled, when they were defeated, they murdered a lot of the babies. They even apparently hanged some of the babies, which really just goes to show the levels of sadism in Nazism. It seems to have been written into Nazism that you must be a sadist. Others were left to freeze to death, but hanging them, babies, was apparently done. So that was Lebensborn. The initial idea was to produce Aryan children and to make sure that they got to good Germanic families. I think later, my father, as a fleeing Nazi, needed an income. Well, undoubtedly he needed an income. He was a civil engineer, apparently. I guess he was. It didn't earn him enough money to support the various families I now know he had. He totally believed in this ideology of impregnating as many women as possible and producing good Germanic children. And he had a number of wives. Didn't marry my mother, but did bigamously marry other women. So I think he expanded on this and realized that, in point of fact, children were very profitable. You could sell them to paedophiles, and what's more, you could resell them. You could sell them endlessly until they were raped to death. So they were profitable in that respect. But they were also profitable as children to be sold to adoptive parents, possibly genuine adoptive parents who actually wanted children for what I might call normal reasons, not to sexually abuse them. But they were sold to rich families, exactly as the Catholic Church sold the children of unmarried mothers to rich families. No difference, actually. I sound as if I'm justifying it almost. I'm not. I'm every bit as disgusted with the Catholic Church as I am with Nazis and my father. But anyway, that was Lebensborn. Started with producing Aryan children, Germanic children, populating the world with them, and ended with child trafficking, both the paedophilia and two adoptive parents.